My name's Andrew Penkethman. I'm the Managing Director and CEO of ASX listed Ardea Resources Limited. So Ardea's flagship project is the Kalgoorlie Nickel Project, and within that we're looking at developing the Goongarrie Hub as one of the world's leading providers of ethical and sustainable battery mineral supply with a particular focus on nickel and cobalt. And we're all aware of what's going on around the world with a push towards a low carbon future. We're looking at phasing out internal combustion engines, and we're seeing large lithium-ion battery manufacturers, original equipment manufacturers and large mining houses all looking to position themselves as world leaders in a lithium-ion battery space. And there's been hundreds of billions of dollars investing in that space. So it's Ardea's belief, with the largest nickel cobalt resource in Australia, that we can play a leading role in that energy transition. So our key focus is on the Goongarrie Hub, which is 70 kilometres northwest of the mining capital of Australia, the city of Kalgoorlie, Boulder. So the benefits for us that we have key infrastructure passing through the granted mining leases where our resources are located, so that's road and rail with direct infrastructure links to deep sea ports, and importantly we've got the skilled mining workforce located at the city of Kalgoorlie, Boulder, and Australia is one of the resources sector leaders, and Western Australia in particular is consistently ranked as one of, if not the best operating jurisdiction in the world. And based on my personal experience approaching 30 years in the resources sector, Western Australia is by far and away the best place to be based if you want to develop a world-leading resources project. So there's never been a better time to be in the battery minerals sector. The outlook for nickel and cobalt has never been stronger. So if we look at the growth in the lithium-ion battery sector, and we anticipate to see the demand for nickel double within the next 18 years, so that by 2040 the world will require at least 4.5 million tonnes of nickel metal equivalent per annum, with more than 50% of that mineral supply going into the lithium-ion battery sector. And then on top of the unprecedented growth from lithium-ion batteries, we're also going to see traditional uses such as stainless steel continue to grow at compound annual growth rates of about 4%. So the outlook for nickel, we believe, is absolutely exceptional, and specifically for ethical and sustainable battery mineral supply, where Australia can play a leading role, because we're not looking at habitat rainforest destruction in jurisdictions like Indonesia and the Philippines. We don't experience extreme rainfall, typhoons. We don't have tailings disposal issues. We don't source our neutraliser by mining coral reefs. We don't dispose of our tailings in the ocean. All of those things are completely unacceptable to Ardea. And because of our location in the semi-arid eastern goldfields of Western Australia, the Great Western Woodland, the environment in which we operate, and with the history of 130 years of successful operations in the eastern goldfields, we simply have the ideal location to develop an ethical and sustainable operation. So Ardea has been listed on the ASX since February 2017. We've been able to maintain a very tight capital structure, just under 170 million shares on issue, and that's a credit to the team involved in that financial discipline. We're well funded with $22 million cash as at the end of the June quarter, zero debt. The board and management team are incredibly invested in everything we do, and hold about 11% of the shares on issue. And our top 40 shareholders hold about 64% of the issued capital of Ardea Resources. So good news can have a very huge impact on our share price because of the tight capital structure, and the whole team's focused on continued delivery and advancing the Goongarrie Hub. In terms of upcoming news flow, the team are working incredibly hard, so we'll have feasibility study updates, metallurgical test work updates, nickel sulphide exploration updates, and we're working on defining a feasibility update which will include a updated reserve to be relevant to our 3.5 million tonne production scenario. So we anticipate that we can be one of the largest nickel cobalt producers in the world and ensure that sustainable and ethical mineral supply, and you'll be able to see the updated financial metrics as these various milestones are achieved. So with Ardea's Kalgoorlie nickel project hosting the largest nickel cobalt resource in Australia, and with the global move to decarbonisation, there's never been a better time to invest in nickel cobalt equities, and Ardea is just so perfectly placed given our location, our ability to ensure sustainable and ethical mineral supply, the committed and experienced team, and the strong pipeline and news flow. So very much a case of watch this space, and thanks very much for your time.